another part of life without your spouse is relearning who you are, figuring out who you are, because you were not a you were a y'all for a long period of time, however long it was. And look, for me, I lived with my parents. Well, I got married when I was 21. And I was in college at the time, but I still lived at home. So I went from being a child at home, and I was a college kid at the time, but still kind of a child, living at home, dependent upon my parents, to being a married woman, and really kind of dependent upon my husband, because I was a stay-at-home mom and he provided everything. And so I was married for almost 20 years before he passed away. So I spent my life as a young child, kid, teenager, young adult, under my parents' leadership, to being a married woman under my husband's leadership. And now I'm on my own. And now it's a place of, okay, like, who am I now? Like, you're trying to figure out what do I enjoy doing? Who am I alone? Who am I without someone beside me? And so it's kind of a rediscovering process that you go through and it's kind of a maybe exploring new things, exploring new ways of doing things, exploring new interests, deciding who you want to be now. So there's like a lot that goes on. It's a process of figuring out, like, who am I now and what do I want to do? And the big part for that for me is letting God help me to decide who am I now and what does he want me to do. Letting him lead me in those things is a big part, and should be a big part for all of us. And but then there's things that's just general interest, general, what now questions, and it's, you're totally by yourself to figure it out. And there's no longer someone with you to figure it out. And so it's a challenge sometimes. It's kind of just a whole, I don't know. I guess you can kind of compare it. Do you remember how middle school was, trying to figure out everything, like how to figure out, you're going through puberty, you're trying to figure out like who you want to be and what you want to do? Well, it's like you're doing that all over again. You're just like going through all these changes. Plus all the emotional part to it. That's like middle school. And then, just trying to figure out, who am I now? Where do I fit? Where do I belong? What do I do? And it's a challenge.